If you've ever wondered whether AI is killing PR, then stick around because I have a pretty encouraging chat for you about the power of PR in the era of AI. And I was personally pleasantly surprised by what I've been learning about AI. This episode is called AI Search and the PR Advantage, why PR pros are more essential than ever. So stick around because that sounds pretty positive, right? This is why it matters. Things have shifted so fast. I've been doing this for 20 years. We've seen a lot of ups and downs. We've seen the era that's continuing of social media. I've been in this so long that I remember PR before Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, now called X, TikTok, all the things. That absolutely changed the game. And I remember everybody panicking when that shift happened, like traditional media is dead and we're all doomed. And then, of course, there's been a shift in earned media having to be supported by affiliate revenue opportunities for our media partners. And that's the rules of the game. The rules of the game are changing, and it's our job to keep up with the rules and to play the game on behalf of our clients. I'm not saying it's great and we love it, but I am saying that when you know how to play the game, you can be effective and land phenomenal earned media visibility for your clients. Right now, clients are asking pretty tough questions. We have always understood the kind of symbiotic relationship between SEO and PR. I recently chatted with the head of an SEO agency at a dinner party of all things, and she was like, we love PR agencies. We love partnering with PR agencies because those features they're securing have always been really powerful in supporting our SEO efforts. But now in the era of AI, SEO isn't working the way that it used to. And affiliate marketing, while it is still important, it does feel a bit outdated to have that be the thing that you are positioning yourself as the expert in order to set yourself up for some kind of an advantage or competitive advantage over your competitors by specializing in affiliate marketing. It's still really important, but it is not the end all be all. And what we're noticing now is clients asking us, wondering how to show up inside AI-driven tools like Claude and ChatGPT. The answer is that PR has never been more critical because people are using AI to bypass Google to get answers. They are now looking to them for, it's called like answer engine optimization. So before with Google, we used to search and ask it a question or just search some sort of topic, and it would return a bunch of results, and we would have to click through and read and form our own opinion. And the goal was to get your article listed at the top of the search results, so people clicked on that first and you had more visibility. Now people are going straight to Claude and ChatGPT and asking it specific questions, and the results that it is returning, that is answer engine optimization. That is what we are here to support our clients with. So, like I said, AI search models are quickly replacing Google as the way that people are discovering products, services, experts that they want to rely on. But most agencies, both SEO agencies and us as PR pros, understanding how the work that we did in PR supported and benefited SEO results, a lot of PR pros are still stuck thinking in SEO mode because for years, visibility has always been about keywords and backlinks and metadata hacks. Not that my agency ever actually implemented those metadata strategies, but we were familiar with them and we could talk to clients about them. Agencies learned SEO tricks, but what's happening now is that AI is not pulling from those metadata tags and other little SEO hacks and tricks. It is pulling from authority sources. That's what's important, authority sources. Let me give you an example. One of my clients is in the baby and kid space, and we've worked with them for many years, since the start of the pandemic or even maybe before that. And when I started with them, even though I'm a mom and this is in the breastfeeding space and I nursed both my kids and I knew all about the pumps, I had never heard of this company. And I started working with them and we were really honing in on how to get them positioned as the top electric pump that delivers more milk in less time. That is their tagline. So we spent years getting them onto the best of lists for top tier digital publications in the baby and kids space. Those efforts cannot be bought. Those efforts were the result of timing our pitches with the lists being updated on an annual basis, aligning with their testing schedule because they had to have nursing parents actually use the products and talk about their experience. So working so hard to get them considered for these lists and submitted for awards in top tier, high domain authority publications allowed us to get the product placed on these lists. Now, that was great for Google because people would search and they might look at the 2 or 3 that came up at the top, and those were the sites that they would rely on when building their registries and things that they would try to get in place before they had their kids. All great. But now people are going straight to AI. Just as a test to see what would happen, I went to both ChatGPT and Claude. Actually, I had somebody not related to me and my business because I didn't want what ChatGPT knew about me and my agency and my clients to impact what it was returning in the search results. So I had somebody unrelated to me and my business do this search to see what would happen, because I do think that sometimes the results that you get are also based on the input that you have given in other searches. I don't know if you've noticed this, but the more you give to ChatGPT, even in other search threads, even in unrelated queries and conversations you have with it, it starts to incorporate that into other responses that it's giving you in new threads. It's kind of creepy. I'm like, I never told you that. And it's like, you happen to be the owner of PR Couture. It was one example of like asking it about how to get great content for a PR professional, just starting what are some sources. And it said one of the top sources is PR Couture. And then it said, and you happen to own that site. And I was like, well, I never told you that. So it starts to know you. So I didn't want it to be affiliated with me. I had somebody else ask. And wouldn't you know it, when you ask AI, both Claude and ChatGPT, for the best electric breast pumps, my clients' products show up on both answers, different products, but the brand. And so that shows me it's pulling from different sources because it's not talking about the same product. It is, pulling all the information and synthesizing it into a result, but they're pulling different sources. But the common thread is that they're pulling high authority domains. That's where they're getting the information from. So the payoff of earned media is allowing your clients' brand products, them as experts, their positioning to show up in the world of answer engines like Claude and ChatGPT. That's the payoff of earned media in this new world. So let's shift our perspective here, because I think you're listening and you know that I have an amazing community of thousands of PR professionals all around the world, and we have coaching calls, and there is this fear, what does this mean? Is AI taking our jobs? Is PR irrelevant in the era of AI? And I wasn't so sure myself, like, where do we stand in this? And it's really important for me to know that I'm giving the best information, the most up-to-date information, because people turn to me and to my company for that information, and I want to deliver what is current and what is actually happening. And I was also nervous for my own business. Now, I'm not talking about AI replacing us as PR professionals reaching out to the media. That's not what this part of the conversation is. That's a whole other discussion. But AI making earned media obsolete is just the absolute opposite of what is actually happening. PR is not dying. It's evolving. And what we have seen based on how AI models are returning results, PR is actually becoming the single most important driver of visibility inside of these AI models. And when I realized that, and I realized that I did not have to be technical or technically savvy to understand how to get our clients onto AI models, that it really did go back to the fundamentals of earned media on top tier websites, top tier sources, a lot of consistency with keywords. What if someone asks a question, what is the type of question you would want your clients' products or brands to be returned in those answers? Those are the kinds of keywords that you need to focus on and consistently have repetitive mentions of this same, with my client, it was more milk in less time, higher yields of breast milk production with less time using the pump. That messaging, more milk in less time, was consistent across probably all of our press mentions. And that impacted how we were able to get on these lists and get these features for their products, and then have that consistently showing up in AI results. So at this point, here's why this matters. AI can't be really gamed yet, okay? Yes, we know anything can change at any time, but the kind of pay-to-play placements or, black hat SEO tricks, that doesn't have an impact on SEO results. Where they are pulling their responses is sourcing from authority-driven outlets, trusted media, thought leadership, credible lists, high domain authority. And that is exactly what PR deliver. And for me, that was actually very exciting, because I was like, I know how to do this. It's just now another facet in what makes our work more important, or so important for a brand. If they want to show up in these answer engines, it's now called AEO, Answer Engine Optimization. They need earned media. So start thinking of every earned media hit as more than press. It is future-proof visibility inside of AI tools. And that's actually really exciting for me, because this is what we know how to do. The fundamentals I teach inside the Pitch Lab and through all of our discussions and our coaching and in our community all goes back to, telling great stories, aligning the story opportunity with the publication, the readership, the timing, the editor's focus, all of that. Those are the fundamentals, and that still matters. I'm not saying it's easy to secure press. It isn't. It's very competitive. There's a lot of factors at play. But I and my community, we have been genuinely worried. What is AI going to do to what we know how to do? And without understanding how it works, it's a little scary. But when you realize that it's pulling from sites with domain authority, and it's looking at lists, and it's looking at consistent messaging, consistent talking points across all platforms, even your client's social media, their bio, their about us on their website, their product descriptions, consistent verbiage, and then having that language also come up in features that you're securing for them, that consistency, and having the client appear on relevant press mentions and mentioning them for specific things they want to be known for. That is where the answer engine is going to pull them for responses and queries that people ask of it. So let's talk about some strategies. Okay, because this is important, and you're probably doing all of these things, but understand, I always am like, how do we convince our clients of the importance of what we're doing, and that in the era of AI, PR is more important than ever? How do we talk the talk? How do we let them know we are aware of this shift? We are aligning with where the industry and the customers' behavior is shifting towards, and we're learning the rules of the game so we can play. So one strategy is to lean into authority-based PR. Tactically, I want you to prioritize pitching high authority outlet, best of list, things that your customer would be looking for in your niche, and getting your clients placed on these sources that AI trusts and will continue to pull from. That's the benefit of that effort. And then I also want you to think about integrating metadata with PR wins. So this is kind of the leveraging aspect. You've won this great piece of media and you share it with the client, and you have all these different ways that you're leveraging. Inside of the Pitch Lab, we give tons of strategies for how to, you get this feature, what next? And we want to continue to provide our clients with value from that feature. It's not just getting that feature, but what do you do with it for more visibility, more credibility, and also to impact AI results in the future. Clients have to highlight press hits and include the correct metadata, links, all the things that will ensure that these AI models can connect your earned media with your client's brand directly. This does kind of align with SEO to some degree, but really important because AI is not looking for a one-off mention or something that is only mentioned in one or two places. They are looking for consistency across the board, the same messaging, the same positioning, and them being included on top-tier, high-authority websites, which media happens to be, like traditional websites and heritage publications that have the online versions of their print magazines, or maybe sometimes now they're just the online versions. Those have high domain authority, and you want your clients to show up on those places, which then link back to their product, their brand, their website. And if they're mentioned in their press page, you're also repeating that verbiage, including metadata. Metadata is basically like if you have an image that's visible, it is tagging that image with certain keywords and certain phrases and things that, align with that type of visibility that the client wants. So the consumer doesn't see it. Someone looking at the website doesn't see that metadata, but AI scraping the internet looking for keywords and information does see that. So it's not that you can game the system with SEO tactics, but it's about consistency and repetition and getting those high domain authority links back that give your clients, brand and products credibility and ultimately visibility. And like I said, our third strategy I wanted to share is about educating clients on the AI advantage. Show your clients how their competitors are showing up in AI tools. Use live examples. Go in and do a search and show them, if I was a customer, this is what I'd be looking for. And this is what the results look like. And this is what your customers are going to see. We want you to position yourself as the expert who can make them visible in the new AI-driven landscape. And that's what earned media will help them do. So just to kind of wrap it up, AI search is shifting visibly away from SEO tricks and more toward authority. That's earned media. That's what we do. And so now PR is the most important way to show up in AI-driven results. So agencies that are going to adapt quickly are going to become indispensable to their clients. And that's what I plan to do. We're already integrating this in our website and, of course, having it consistent everywhere from LinkedIn bios to articles I'm writing to a byline to our About Us copy. I'm working on redesigning my website right now. So all of that messaging, that positioning that I create for Generation PR is going to consistently be everywhere. On our social media platforms, really focused on LinkedIn, all the places that we talk about who we are and what we do, we're going to be including very consistent messaging. And so we want to, kind of show up if people are asking about agencies that understand this and specialize in it. So that's another trick, is just consistency across the board, including what you're doing in your agency and how you're talking about your services. So this is what we're doing to be knowledgeable, indispensable to clients, understand the rules of the game, and help them play it. So if you are ready to take action on this, I actually have two ways that I can help you. One, and I did mention it a couple times, is the Pitch Lab. And that is an incredible membership experience that gives you the exact strategies and angles that will help you land earned media that your clients need, so they start showing up as the trusted answer inside of AI tools. We give you a monthly, what we call the scoop, and it's all of your timely, relevant, targeted media pitch angles, editorial calendars for top tier outlets that have high domain authority. So you know what they're thinking about, what they want to talk about, and when. And it's just an incredible program, coaching, and it's like there's so much value, and it's the best community. And I'm just so grateful that everybody in the program has found us, and we have tons of wins of people who have joined us, and like just really quick wins, which is so exciting. Like we love people jumping in and celebrating a quick win that they have right out of the gate. So think about the Pitch Lab. And then also, if you're ready to scale bigger, the Agency Accelerator will help you build a profitable 6-figure PR agency designed to thrive in the age of AI. I've been doing this for 20 years, and this shift really excites me. It actually really excites me because I think what we do will have a major impact on our clients' brands. And I think that what we're doing is more valuable than ever. So if we can support you with your shift into positioning your agency as an AI future-proofed service provider to your dream clients, you can check both out at generationacademy.com. Just some final motivation for you. The PR industry isn't disappearing. It is actually being reborn through AI, which I love. And so let's step into this moment with confidence. It's just never been more important than in this moment where everything is shifting so rapidly. What we know how to do is really having an impact on clients' brands and the way that consumers are searching for information at this point. So I hope this helps. I hope this helps motivate you and gets you excited about what's next for us in our industry. And I want you to go out there and crush it this week. I will be here crushing it too, and I will see you here next week. Take care.